Hi guys, welcome back to day 2 of our 30 Days Wild Challenge. My name's Alice, if you didn't know that, and right now I am taking over day 1. Now I have been at this park for about an hour and a half right now, and I'm introducing you to some of the world's favourite animals. We've got some of our fabulous birds, and I should probably start by saying, when we're talking about birds, happy International Vulture Awareness Day. And this is Frederick. Of course I know that Frederick here is not a vulture, he's a mute swan, absolutely beautiful animal that he is, but I'm going to use this opportunity to talk about vultures as well, because after all, vultures are absolutely vital. Did you know that without vultures, things like rabies increases and things like anthrax disease tends to be more rapid, that tends to happen a lot more, so this is a really big problem. Over the past 20 years we've seen 99% of our vultures disappear, or a 99% decline of vultures. That is a huge amount of animals. Now why this is happening is because of something called diclofenac, and that is found in cows, especially in parts of places like Nepal where you find vultures, and unfortunately that is toxic to vultures. They're eating it and they're dying as a result. They don't need the diclofenac, and so there's lots of charities out there at the moment working to protect them, including the Zoological Society of London, so I've been supporting them today, learning all about how these wonderful, wonderful animals need our help and some of the things that we can do to protect them. I just want to reiterate at this point that I am not an expert about birds at all, so if I say anything that you're thinking, Alice, you're wrong, I know something a bit better than you do, let me know. I would love to know. Put it in the comments and I'll share that, or maybe add a little annotation as we go and maybe correct myself, because after all of this is about learning all about the wonderful world of wildlife. Every day for 30 days we're going to be doing something really fun to do with nature. Now I've actually got a Canada goose right next to me now. Now they could be quite interested in what I'm doing here, because I am actually not feeding them bread, and all around me all I can see are humans feeding these animals bread. It's really not that good for them. They will eat it of course, but it can cause them lots of health problems. One of the things that they do cause, if you're wondering what the issue is something called angel wing. It's really nasty. I really recommend you give it a Google. It's actually much more healthy to feed a duck or a goose as well lots of seeds, or even sometimes fruit, anything like that. You can buy duck food mixes as you go out and about around some of the shops nearby here, so it's best to feed them things like what I've got here, a really simple bag of pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds that I've been feeding them, and they've been absolutely loving it, which has been really great to see, and I know that it won't cause them any problem. So what do we know about our native species? Well, you know, in 2015 there was a count of the bird species around the UK, and we found that there's around 500, even more, different species of birds. Now unfortunately that number has been found to be dwindling by the RSPB. They do lots of amazing things, lots of amazing work telling us about our native bird species and what we can do to protect them, as well as birds elsewhere as well. So what we can do, one of the things that we can do to support our bird species is by building things like bird boxes. I'm sure you do this if you have a garden, which is brilliant, or like I'm doing right now, instead of feeding these animals lots of bread, instead why don't you feed them some seeds like I've got here. If you're wondering what this is, it's about 50p from Sainsbury's. Really nice and tasty for the ducks. We've got in front of me, we've got some coots just at the back there. We've got a swan just over here making its way forward to me again. And I've also seen a few moorhens, and that's one that we always get at the zoo, people asking whether or not it's a native species or it's escaped an animal that escaped. It absolutely is a native species. So learn all about them, they're absolutely fascinating. Where's Frederick gone? Our wonderful swan. Let me throw that a little bit further for you. Can you see? I've just thrown that in for you. The males are known as cobs, and the females, they're known as a pen. And these animals, when they're younger, you probably know this, they're known as a cygnet, and when they're fully grown they can have 250,000 feathers. Absolutely amazing. And there are swans all over the world, except in 2 places. You won't find them in Africa, or you won't find them in Antarctica either. Mute swans, they're the property of the Crown, so if you damage a swan in any way, then unfortunately what will happen, or fortunately actually for the swans, is you could get prosecuted for that, because it's considered criminal damage. Beforehand, a while ago, they were actually considered, it was considered treason to damage a swan. I personally think that the laws to protect them should be much greater, but if you're thinking about cooking a swan at home, maybe rethink things. I will actually just end this 30 Days Wild video now, as it is almost pitch black. So I hope you've been able to see something and maybe learned a little bit more as well. This is my day 1 of 30 Days Wild, and all of us, me, Emily, Ben and Laura as well, this is day 2 for us. And the next day, so tomorrow, it's actually going to be Emily, and I am so excited because she's got something really exciting planned with her wonderful dog Bailey. So Emily, I challenge you to learn more about the ducks and the geese that live around us here in the UK, and I'd like you to teach me a little bit more about that with Bailey. So that's your challenge. That's her wonderful dog, and you'll be able to meet him tomorrow and hear more from both of us over the next 30 days. If there's something that you want to hear about to do with nature, let us know and we'll see if we can do something on that. Or if you have anything that you'd like to bring up from our videos, do let us know as well. This is a very quick day 1, and we've got Frederick back again, which I think is a perfect note to end on here. I might do some zooming in on him because he's absolutely wonderful. So that's it from me. Have a wonderful day, and remember, try some of this at home and get involved in nature too, and join it in our 30 Days Wild challenge. Bye.